A lot of you guys have reached out to me in DMs on Instagram about how did you make the Instagram story, or that's so cool, or that's this, or that's that. This is how I'm doing it. Alright, so we are finally at the end of this 5-part course, and this is the final video, and this is a big one. So earlier I did tell you that I would make a whole course series about video production and editing, and this isn't it, so don't get all excited. This is going to be just a beginner intro to get you through kind of post-production course video. Now, I mentioned earlier in the series that you can use InShot app, which I go over in detail at Central University, and it's a very good beginner's tool to piece clips together and edit them as a whole. So that is a great place to start if you're just getting started, but I have discovered another app that I'm actually really liking as well that has a little bit of better functionality. So I'm gonna go over that here with you so that you can use it to quickly edit and put things together, not only adult content, but you can use it for marketing on social as well. A lot of you guys have reached out to me in DMs on Instagram about how did you make the Instagram story, or that's so cool, or that's this, or that's that. This is how I'm doing it. So let's jump into it. So the app that I want to talk to you today about is called Video Leap, and it looks like this reddish pink bird up here, and it used to be called Enlight, I believe. But when you open it, it looks something like this. You have this red plus sign here to add content, and you have these options here at the bottom. Actually, these options at the bottom look and feel very similar to the InShot app I'm always referencing. However, something here on Enlight works very differently, and it's amazing. So let's start by just adding content. You click the plus, you might have to allow access to video or photo, just your albums, and then you select a video. So here's a random video I just took, and if you see, this is the content. So you have your video, and you can do all the normal things with it. If you click Canvas down here, it will allow you to change the format of the video to all the various sizes for different social media platforms. For example, you can take this landscape video and make it 9:16, which now has black bars on top and bottom. And then you can select the content by tapping on it and zooming in to fill the formatted space. And now you have a vertical video of the content. So this would be useful, for example, if you film landscape content for your fan site or for clips, but then you want to use it in a premium social setting like premium Snapchat or premium Twitter. All you have to do is zoom in and then reformat it. But what's fascinating here, let's change the format back again. Let's go to Canvas, and then let's do 16:9, which is the format it's actually in. And then we can select it and put it back to how it should have been. Right there. Now, we have the content as it was shot, and we can do some other fun things with it. Now, Mixer and text, you guys can play with all of these and kind of get a feel for what they do. Mixer has some cool functions where you can overlay and change things. So for example, let's add this photo with Mixer. I can pull the content, I can overlap it, then I can click this blending button, and I can go through these options, which now incorporate both the photo over the video. So I can send this and drag it to the end. Now I have this cool logo over my content, and I can change the way that it appears, which is a very useful tool in terms of watermarking or creating anything, even mainstream. This can be valuable. And this is where Video Leap really excels as an editor over something like InShot, for example. There's a lot to be played with here, and there's a lot you can create. To be honest, I've used mainly these two features to make marketing materials and to edit video, but the possibilities are truly endless now. So now we are back to our base content like before. Now if I click the plus sign and I add a second piece of content, so let's use the same exact image. have it over your content. But you see how it's aligned? Having it aligned next to it means you can use this as like an intro clip to a video, and then it fades or it has some transition into your actual content. So this could be good for like an intro photo or page for YouTube or adult content. But then you can do that same trick by clicking and dragging it on top of your content to do what I showed you a minute ago, which was that kind of masking technique. Click blend, apply any of these, and now you've got that same exact feature, except that you can hold it and delete it. So now that I've shown you how to add clips, let's show you how to piece them together. So let's grab another video clip. We can just do the same one. Now we've got two, and here is where they're joined. You can see how it transitions. Now, if I click on that little button, we have all of these transition options. We can dissolve really beautifully. We can fade really beautifully. We can zoom really beautifully. We can slide in or out. So all of these transitions can really step up your content to a different level and give you a different, production and cinematic value. So these are things to play with, figure out what kind of features you do or don't like, what looks cool, and there's gonna be different uses for different purposes. Example, something like these glitch effects would be really cool for like a marketing piece on Instagram. Maybe not a content piece, but there's use and value in all of it. So now you know how to clip two things together. So let's back out of there. If you wanna add text or stickers, obviously that's what these two buttons are for. They have really good stickers and GIFs right here on Video Leap, but I'll let you explore those. If you click on audio, you can add music, sound effects, or voiceover. So this is a nice, easy way to create things like very quick tutorials. Whenever someone asks me how I created something for my Instagram story for marketing, for example, I will take the content here, screen record myself editing it, and then save it, go back, upload that edited piece that shows them how I did whatever they're wondering about, and then I'll add voiceover on that video so that I can explain step by step as the video plays how I accomplished that thing that they're wondering about. So the audio functions here are really great as well, and that same feature is also available on InShot app. Of course, you have the filters, so you can add and change filters as you see fit. This is kind of like a sepia vibe. And then you can adjust. You can adjust the colors and tones of things. You can apply all of those personal adjustments, exposure, contrast, brightness, saturation, vibrance, all of these. And then you can drag it to the part of the video you want it to be on or not be on. You can also, if you keep scrolling, add random effects. So a lens flare, and you can drag it and decide where it starts or ends on the content. You can change the intensity, the animation, or delete it altogether. And if you go, you can also add glitches. So something like this RGB function, or let's pick a different one. Maybe a scan kind of look, where it's scanned at the end. That's very visible. So the possibilities are endless, and you can get really creative. You can even adjust the tones of things. I've used the tone adjustments, for example, for if I'm putting something on my Instagram feed and I want to make it fit in as video very flawlessly with the feed aesthetic that I have. Sometimes I'll take my video into here in Video Leap and I'll edit the tonality of it. So honestly, the possibilities of what you can create here are bar none. And I think it's all in all a better product than the InShot app in terms of quick video editing. And you can save everything in high quality and upload it to whatever platform you plan to sell your content on very seamlessly. So I hope that this gives you a head start on some post-production tips and tricks, and that I didn't run through that way too fast. But once you're done editing and doing whatever you want to do, just go to the export button in the top right and save it in whatever quality you want. I usually choose 4K, 60 frames per second, and go from there. All right, so I hope going over Video Leap was pretty self-explanatory, and feel free to rewatch this slow motion or pause it at the parts that you want to try and explore and replicate on your own. But Video Leap is a great alternative, although a little more advanced than InShot, which I cover in other courses. But I think that when you're ready to take that leap from InShot to Video Leap, you're gonna find that it's a more complete product and you can do a lot more with it. So I hope that inspires you to get on the app, play around, learn how to produce your own content and not pay people to do it or mess with any of that. You are completely capable. And also just film a little video of nothing and play with it. This is all about creativity and playing and getting inspired, and there's no better place to do that right here in our work as sex work CEOs. I hope you enjoyed the course. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I will see you next time.